We'll see how we go. Gifts. What have we got available? What is the longest one? Sweden. Jesus. Okay, that's probably going a bit far. That's a big jump between going to Vigo and going to Kalmar. 1163. 3580. That's quite a jump. But I don't mind going across Spain to Vigo necessarily. Or there's Coimbra, Portugal. I mean, we haven't been to Vigo, so that's a good start. There might be a few extra. Looks like there's some of the roads up here we could always dip through. Annoyingly, that depot is not where I am, but yeah, we can also refresh and see what else comes up. Salzburg, but also Vigo still, so sure, we'll do a longer delivery. Road trip, exactly. Not to Sweden though, that's a bit much. We'll keep it within Iberia. But first things first. Ooh, I just managed to miss. There was a bollard there. Let's get out of here first of all.
Then turn left.
Zigzag our way out. My God. Left and right and left and right.
Then turn left.
It's a labyrinth. Have to turn lights on whenever it rains, otherwise you cop a ticket. That's why I have fines turned off.
Turn left.
Also, I just usually leave my lights on anyway, at least in like low beam. Just noticed I still had high beams on, but I usually just leave them on low beam, like driving lights, regardless of the weather. Can I squeeze through here? Yes, just. But not through here. Ooh.
Keep right.
Come on.
And then turn right.
I don't know why this roundabout is part of the map,
Finding
and how many of these cars are just going to go round and round this roundabout endlessly, I wonder.
Keep
Probably
right,
many,
and then turn right.
which is kind of funny, but there we go.
Turn right.
We'll get off Mr. Bones' wild ride. Yeah, it's more a case of a 40-hour drive means... What's that times 3?
At the roundabout.
That's like a 2-hour delivery.
Exit now.
I mean, I did start earlier today, so I could go for longer,
At the roundabout.
but that's taking the piss of it.
Third exit.
I would be more inclined to do a massively long, like 2-hour delivery if it was a freight market contract and I could speed. If I was doing 160
Exit right.
instead of 90, then maybe. I'm not going to go around the roundabout. Why would I do something silly like that? Oh, okay. Because then I wouldn't go down the wrong way. There you go. Turning circle is not quite as tight as I would like. Still probably quicker. So. Rattle me bones.
At the roundabout. Take the second exit. Exit now.
Ah. Ah, it's one of these ones again. Okay. I could have gone round to the right. Why did I go through here? Why am I doing this properly?
You have arrived at your destination. Your route guidance is now finished.
A little bit more. A little bit more. Nope, wrong angle. Let's try that. Nope, still wrong angle. Just can't quite get... There we go.
Let's get this job done.
Let's get this job done indeed. Let's check the map and see if there's any interesting ways that we can travel. So, it looks like we've been most of this way before, which is disappointing. I was hoping for something different. We can at least kind of go through the services there, but that's about it. That road there we've not taken before. It's all pretty much a road well traveled, really. Actually, I think we want to go this way for a start, because there's more roads that we've not gone this way. And we can like get off and do between the roundabouts there in order to just tick those off. Take that direction, got that little bit there, we've got that part of that interchange. This whole section we've not done any of, so that's fine, that gets that out of the way. Go through those services there. Then we're back on familiar ground again, looks like. So let's go this way instead. It makes it even longer, but it makes it a lot more interesting. So we've got a photo opportunity up here. And then... don't really want to double back this way though, that's the thing. Or do we? I mean, there's another photo op there. We're making it into a very long delivery, but... okay, and then this road we've not been on at all. And we've not been to Vigo at all. So I think that's a good start. We're going to be kind of pinballing our way up the country. Very inefficient. But, slightly more interesting. There's a viewpoint there, looks like, but we won't go that way. I mean, we could go this way instead of up that way, but we've not been on that road either, so that works. So it's going to be more of an hour delivery instead of 3/4 of an hour, probably.
Time to get the job done.
But that's fine. That's acceptable. Now, can I go through here and avoid those toll booth things? Yes, especially if I then go through the wrong way on this one.
First exit.
Good. Works for me.
Exit now.
I'm gonna guess that's like a recruitment center up here, not a viewpoint.
At the roundabout.
At some point we're gonna have to come back here anyway.
Exit now.
Oh, I didn't realize you were gonna be there. Oh, we were meant to go round. Never mind.
Okay.
I want to see what this is.
Route recomputing.
Recruitment center? Truck dealership. Truck
Never
dealership?
mind. I'll find a new route. Finding new
Recruitment
route.
agency. Okay, well, now we know. More drivers that I'll never hire. Because I already have more than I need.
Turn left.
Still, it's nice to have that
Right.
known.
Turn right.
We'll leave the rest for another time.
At the roundabout, take the first exit. Exit now.
It's kind of annoying that
Keep
the
right.
markers on the map for photo opportunities you can see, without discovering them. Viewpoints, they decided to make question marks, so you actually have to discover them. I'm not quite sure why. Same with like the truck dealerships, you have to actually get close enough to discover what sort of truck dealer it is.
Then
That
exit
kind of
right.
seems silly. Can I not just look online and see who it is?
Exit right. At the roundabout, take the first exit. Keep right.
I was meant to sleep so that I wouldn't be traveling at night. Oops. There is a rest stop up here if I go off the main road again. Have to go. Have a good day and stay safe. You as well. Thanks for dropping by. Great to see you again. Hope you're doing well and continue to do well. Have a good rest of your weekend. How do I get down to that one though? You know, this is kind of oh yeah, I've slept there before, that's right. Yeah, I've been to that rest stop before. But then there's the whole garage situation.
Keep left.
Nah, I won't bother sleeping through tonight. We'll drive through the night. Unless we come past a rest stop that's right on the side of the road. Then we can sleep. Actually, our first waypoint might actually be down to where there's a place to sleep. There's a depot, and there's a gas station, and I suspect there's a place to rest.
Keep left.
Don't know what those lights are for. Warning if the tunnel's closed, I guess? A bit late by the time you get here, though. You can see some of the lights of towns and stuff at night still.
Right. Exit right.
Right, so we were gonna go left and under the motorway anyway,
The second exit.
for the sake of discovering this bit of road. So now we can go through to the rest stop again. I'm back!
Third exit. Okay, let's find a new route.
Just zoom around,
At the roundabout.
go wide.
The second exit.
You almost scraped the trailer. Okay. Sleep away the night, have a much better time of it during the day. There we go. Now we'll go the other side and discover that little depot area as well, may as well.
Exit now. At the roundabout, take the second exit. Exit now. Never mind.
I mean, to be fair, that was the second exit. It's just that the one of them was one way.
Roundabout, take the third exit. Exit now.
So it's a bit out of our way, but
Recomputing.
means we just don't have to come back here in terms of exploring the map.
Make a U-turn now.
Make a U-turn now.
Rebooting.
How about no?
Please make a U-turn.
Please make a U-turn. I mean, there's a place to turn around down here, so...
Make a U-turn.
back on the road again. We'll do another similar little thing at the next stop. See, now this area makes some sense because you've got the little depot there for all of this construction. You've got the rest stop on the other side of the road. The next one along makes no sense. It's just a way that you can turn around if you've missed something, I guess. Yeah, this bit up here, the only reason you go off here normally is if you have taken a wrong turn or something. Like you missed something at an interchange and need to turn around and go back. I feel they could have at least put a depot off the side here. Well, like the last one, there was the depot and there was the rest area. Maybe have the gas station at this one and the depot at the other one? Dunno. At least something. Because otherwise this is all a little bit pointless. I mean, it's nice, don't get me wrong. I just wish that there was a bit more to it. Have a photo opportunity, have a viewpoint.
Take the second exit.
Could never have too many of those.
Exit now.
Another bridge, another tunnel. It's just above things, below things. It's a very chaotic route through here. Now I want to be in the right lane to go left. I want to drive on that road down there. Wonder if someone's got a DLC vehicle that you can buy. Like one of the Volvo production cars. Get one of them from a Volvo dealer. So then you could just drive around. Play it like Test Drive Unlimited. That'd be kind of fun. Not many truck companies also do production vehicles, but there's a few that at least do like box trucks or utes. They'll be a little bit easier to navigate. But Volvo do a lot of things. They do domestic cars, sports cars. So I'm sure there was a couple of Volvos in the supercars down this way at one point. I want one of those. This big sweeping series of viaducts along here next to the lake. I remember coming the other way. Lovely reflections. Here's the dam that's there. I was wondering, why is there not a viewpoint or a photo opportunity for that dam? Who knows? But we do at least get to tick off the random little unexplored bit up here, because for whatever reason, this tiny piece just here, you don't discover on the other side of the road. The next bit along makes a bit more sense. Still annoying, but split interchanges and stuff are all annoying. Used to be that you just touch an interchange and the whole thing gets considered discovered. Much preferred that. Now you have to go every which way on it.
Keep left.
And since I have to go crossways, there's no point doing the loop-the-loop. Best thing to do is just to get these bits out of the way. So we do have to come back to Granada at some point. And it's these stretches here that are really a test of endurance. It may not look like it. It's like, this is so easy. What's the big deal? Just the amount of having to concentrate on not crashing sometimes. Especially when you're being creative like I am doing to try and cut corners and failing miserably because I keep getting into the wrong position around traffic. But it's just paying attention, even just driving straight. Actually quite engaging, but quite tiring. Scrape along the ceiling of the tunnel there with our drone. It's not actually a drone, but that's what I like to imagine it is. Doing like a fly-by-wire behind. Big hydro dam here. Almost clipped the barrier. Let's not do that. And now we're going to be rude and cut across. Just cut some people off so I can get a better line through these corners. And we're up to Balin.
Get ready to turn right.
First bit of road we have not travelled.
Turn right.
Why is it 60 for the slipway? And then is it back to 90 again? Yeah, it's like 60 just for that bit. So that means you have to jam on the brakes, slow down to 60, and then accelerate again once you get down onto the new stretch of motorway. That's weird. Just going to do some shoulder riding up here. We're going off up here anyway to zip through the rest area. So we may as well just stay on the shoulder.
Right.
Send Elena.
Exit right.
Now what are these guys doing? Straight through? Can we squeak through here? Just. Oof, okay. Didn't do any damage though, interestingly. This goes all the way along to this bit up here. We have to come back again some other time, so I'm not going to do the roundabout and over the motorway. There's not much point. Because, yeah, we need to come back and do the other side at some point.
Exit now.
And it's 80 on this bit. So it was 60 on the off-ramp between motorways on the interchange, and yet it's 80 on that little bit there. Go figure. There's a surprising amount of traffic for being out in the country. Taunting me with 100 signs when I can only do 90. Rude. Big tunnel through here. We need more of this in our roading network in New Zealand. Places where we just tunnel through bits instead of trying to wind our way around. So many places just end up with slips. That would involve actually spending money on roading infrastructure. Heaven forbid. "15 in-game hours to go, so that's about 3/4 of an hour. Depending on speed limits and whether or not we're going to be going faster at some points. There's also a couple of photo opportunities, I believe, and probably some viewpoints as well.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right.
Round and round and round we go.
Keep left.
Right, first dog leg commenced. Or I guess actually first one completed, because we weren't going to come this way initially. Yeah, instead of tracking up past Madrid, which we've already been through, gonna go down past Ciudad Real. I don't know whether or not we'll actually discover the town by just zooming past. Seems to be a bit inconsistent of whether or not you discover a place by driving past it, or have to actually enter into it in some fashion. Because there was lots of places in Texas that I was just driving past on the motorway and it considered it discovered. This one feels like I might actually have to get off the main road, which is fine. It's like trance drum and bass. I like it. There we go. So we do discover it just by going past it. 32 out of 51 for Iberia. I've still got a lot of work to do here. 19 more towns and cities to discover. We're going to get at least one more by delivering to Vigo. So that's a good start.
And then exit right.
Yeah, a lot of unfinished business down this ways in this game.
Exit right.
We do want to spend a bit more time in this game this year. It's be a toss-up of whether I just do it as part of community events. I'm gonna have to dedicate some specific time to it as well, I think. Which is fine. Just need to work out some sort of schedule, perhaps. Interesting that it counted as discovering the town when I was out on the main road, when I was coming through it anyway.
Keep right.
That roundabout is a bit annoying, but yeah, you're also annoying, Mr. Car. Yeah, I want to get past. Argy-barge our way through.
At the west route, take the first exit. Exit now.
Nice places through here. Very nice town. Nice townhouses. It's a weird thing seeing a town like that, just semi-rural, having townhouses and apartments right out to the fringe, because over here, it would only ever be like single layer, single level bungalows and stuff, maybe some two-story houses, but not attached townhouses or anything.
Get ready to turn left.
Okay, this is interesting up here. I think I want to go past the gas station
Turn left.
and then through it and back around. So then it just ensures that I don't have to come by here again at some point. Like, I don't need fuel, I don't need rest. Literally just doing it to drive through.
Never mind. I'll find a new route. Turn right.
But that way, that's all ticked off. There's a helipad. Interesting. Medical helicopter, maybe? These sorts of houses are what I expect in a town like this. Extremadura. Nice roads through here. I'm glad I decided to come this way instead. This is much more interesting than motorway. Much prefer country roads. Actually have to pay a bit more attention. Not just on not crashing. See, that intersection they don't have open to just go down and mess about. But for some reason there's ones on the motorway where they just exist for no apparent reason. So here's the photo opportunity up here. Once we hit our mark, we'll jump to the menu and see what we've got in store. That mountain there, I assume. Ah, maybe the viaduct, in fact. Rio Guadiana. So let's stop about here. Photo studio. What are we looking at? Ah, there's a dam. There we go. River Guadiana Dam. Let's get up. How far back can we go? I mean, I know that the photo's meant to be of the dam, but if we can make it of the bridge as well, then that's kind of cool. There you go, that's decently proportioned, isn't it? That's as high up as we can go. We could always tighten up the focus a bit as well. Let's get some options in here. So if we want to zoom in, maybe... I wish that I could get the focusing... Like, that pulls the focus through, but you can never, it seems, focus on just far away. And in fact, that it's just out of focus no matter what I do. It's the same as I found with one of the others. You just got to go everything in focus. You can't have distance in focus and not in front of you. It's kind of annoying. It's not how cameras normally work. What's the best time of day for this? Sunset, maybe? No, sunrise, maybe? Honestly, I think just midday, basically. Wait till we get a point of, yeah, a bit of light going across the dam there. We can change the weather as well. There you go, nice clear day. There you go, nice warm sunshine. It's just then it's a case of where do you want the shadows to be. That looks pretty good. Yeah, there we go. 11:30, and then we can have a little bit of mist. Well, that's a nice bright clear day, isn't it? I think we do that. River Gatiana Dam. In the bank. Ooh, I wonder if I could actually drive off that road there. Probably can, to be honest. So many places that I wish that I could come across that I didn't have a trailer attached. I mean, I can just drop it and go for a drive, but it's like you don't see it until it's too late. You just don't know what's going to have just an invisible wall across it anyway.
Go straight.
It's a random bit up to a depot. Okay. Would be nice to have an excuse to go up there. Maybe some other time. Badajo. And Zorita. Nice old viaduct. I'm gonna guess rail bridge.
Go straight.
Looks like rail bridge over gas pipeline. Maybe a water pipe. It's kind of like a modern aqueduct. All the wineries through here, looks like. Random roundabout interrupting the main road.
Take the second exit.
So, it's an interchange down below, but up here we have to do this whole thing. That's kind of annoying. Because there's that, like, depot quarry or something back there, we rate our chances of coming back here some other time to explore that, so I'm not going to mess about completely exploring that roundabout right now.
Keep right.
Another nice old bridge.
Go straight.
It's just a walkway, I think, that one. It looks like an oasis down there.
Go straight.
Really interesting countryside through here.
Turn right.
This one's 70 on the slipway, between 90 and 90 again. So weird. One was 60, one was 80, this one's 70. So bizarre. Three hours 30 until we're supposed to sleep. We have 10 hours 30 on the job remaining. I mean, we'll go until it's convenient to stop, basically. It's like 3.5 hours won't quite be dark, probably. Really comes down to where there's a rest area. Once the bed turns red, then we'll see where we are in relation to places to stop. And go from there. Another big tunnel, rather than driving around the hill. Has a lot of advantages. I mean, tunnels are very expensive to put in, don't get me wrong, but you don't need to worry so much about the weather affecting them once they're there. You don't get the strong winds, you don't get rain damage on the surface. There are not many places to stop for a while. There's the rest area at Elmerad. Don't know if there's one further along or not. I'll just leave it on the big view, to be honest, the wide map. Because we've got a long way to go. Where's the next unexplored bit? That's what I want to know. So I was largely coming this way to explore areas. Nice big river though. I wonder which river this is. Central Nuclear. Yeah. Better than coal. Okay, there is a rest stop a bit further along, 2 hours 26. It's probably not going to be the right time to stop even there, that's the thing. I mean, we are going relatively slowly because we can't speed. Though it wouldn't matter at this point because we had to slow down to 82 just to get up the hill, so, you know. Nice view up here across the plains. Two hours flat. Yeah, not really the right time to stop. It depends what opportunities there are beyond that point too, though. That's the only thing. Let's have a little bit of cab view for a time being. There's another photo opportunity just to the right up here. Don't really want to go further out of my way just for the sake of it. Oh, is this Madrid Ring Road? Must be, that we're coming up to. Okay, so we've not discovered either part of this, I think. And yeah, it's not, hour 30. I mean, my driver is yawning, but hour 30 is not when we want to be stopping. Interestingly, there is a way across the road there, so it is possible to do a bit of a turnaround and discover the whole area. But I'm not going to do that right now. I mean, I could to waste time and make it worth my while stopping and sleeping, to be fair. So up here is the photo opportunity. Something off to the left. It's like a castle? Oh, is that meant to be Alhambra? I wonder. One way to find out. Are we in the right place for that? Not sure. Oh, Makeda Castle. Okay. Not EQ. There we go. Problem is, you can't really get a good view of it. We'll just zoom in. There is a road, I see. I wonder if that's possible to drive up to it somehow. I mean, that's a pretty decent picture as it is, though, to be fair. Let's check the world map again. I wonder if that's actually a way that you can drive off there and drive right up to it. And then, yeah, off there to the south of Madrid. I mean, I could always get on this and then, like, face that direction and see whether or not I can get it to count anyway. That would be kind of funny. I feel that that road that goes up to the castle must be a way to get to it. Something for adventures of driving without a trailer again, I think. Oops. See, up here, when we get to the apex of the turn off, Be interesting to see if I can just point the camera to the east and take a picture and get it to count for whatever's over there. Ah, we don't actually go up and over, that's the other way. That's a shame. I'm still interested to see if I can see what it is, if I get the right angle. Well, it's a little bit up and over. So about here. Let's see if we can see what it is that way. Yep, Madrid Football Stadium. We can actually... We can not hit our head. We can theoretically see it from where we are. It's kind of amusing that that counts. It just looks like a bunch of crushed cars over there. Oh, it's those. That's the lights over there. Yeah, that's what it is. Just trying to get a bit closer. That's as high up as we can go. I mean, that kind of amuses me, the fact that that's as far as we can zoom in as well. It amuses me that that counts. Does it get lit up at night? No, it doesn't even get lit up at night. What's the point of that then? They should have the lights on as if there was a game playing. That would be more interesting. Yeah, it'll do. It amuses me that that counts. I am easily amused. I am getting tired, you're not wrong. Also in the game. Ooh, squeak. Their shoulders are far too narrow. So there is a gas station over there. I wonder if it has a rest area, because if so, it's a bit closer to the point that I would want to stop.
Exit right.
Looks like it's just petrol though.
Keep left.
Bump, 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 bump. Weird that they have those little vibrating bits. I don't think that's going to slow anyone down, and also, I don't need to. If I can manage this at 90 Ks... Why did I need to slow down there? See, gas station, but without the blue icon, I'm fairly sure... Yeah, there's nowhere for me to actually stop there. We keep searching then, and hope that we don't black out at some point. If it gets to the point of being likely to black out, then we turn off fatigue simulation. It's as simple as that, really. Okay, further along looks like there's a place to stop. Assuming it's not just a gas station as well. Time for scenic mode again.
Keep left.
Interesting, like, observation tower or something above the tunnel. I wonder if that's just ventilation, perhaps? Past this little next motorway section, there is another rest stop of sorts. Sometimes there's also places to stop and sleep at toll booths, but not always. Actually, that's more usually when it's border crossings. I can see a blue icon alongside the green up here though, so that will do.
Keep left. Recomputing.
If I can get in amongst everything else. God, it's tight through here. You know what? We may as well fill up since we're here anyway, right? Because we are getting a bit down. Saves us having to stop again. I'm just going to let the tractor go first, to be honest. Because we need to go to the right and then turn into these parking bays up here. And here we go. I was going to say, are you going to let me stop? Sometimes they don't seem to have the right... Oh, we are on slightly the wrong area. There we go. Wow, just drifted off. That's amusing. 6 in the morning, good enough. Now, can we just, like, drive... Oh, actually, there's a little bit over here. I want to get around to the other little drive area to discover that as well. So that means doing this. That should count. Because sometimes that doesn't discover when the main pad gets discovered. It usually does, but not always. Do miss out on the bit that goes straight past though. That's where you really need to have a gap in the median somewhere along here, so then you can kind of loop around and do both. Does not appear to be the case here though. So, toll booth up here. Are always delightfully tiresome. Especially if you actually have to stop instead of just driving through. Like, you should be able to just drive through, photo of your plates or whatever. But I'm not sure if that's the case with these. Nope, you actually have to stop. Well, we're going to go through this one. Yep, good, okay. I was going to say, it was just going down, but it goes up quickly enough. That's good. Get out of that truck's way. Drag race. Not even close. Get back there, Renault. Oh, sunrise. Very nice. It's not ideal driving like that when there's a corner coming up. So I think this is pretty much just main roads now from here on out, unfortunately. I don't think there's much more to it. Yeah, we've got another 20 minutes or so. Remember to stretch. Okay, so we are actually discovering some new bits of these intersections because we've only come south through here before, or traveling from northeast to southwest. So this specific direction we've not done, so that's good. $369 to Vigo. Solar panels. May as well just keep doing our spin. Okay, now interesting point up here. Do we need to stay on the main road, or can we go off through the gas station to discover that? I think we can go through, and should go through.
Rerouting.
Yep. Oh wow, okay, yep, it's 3 parts? It's more than 3 parts. Wow, okay. Wow, so the road going around the back is separate again. That's like a 4-part services. That's absurd. That's so stupid and very annoying. And there's no way across the median along here either, so I'm going to have to come back and get that another time. That's really annoying. Just do not understand that at all. I would have thought that just the entire gas station would be the same road mesh. Weird to have it all be in those separate pieces and separately discoverable. Can't help but feel that it results in extra loading stuff, because each bit of road, like my save file by now is probably huge, because each little bit of road counts as a different discovered bit that it has to keep track of. And that just seems hugely redundant for a lot of it. Especially when it comes to intersections, gas stations, stuff like that.
Go straight. Keep right. Keep left.
Not going to do the round and round and round on this, the loop-de-loop, because we've got to come back here some other time. Still forgot to look up about what the, what was it, the drivetrain torque setting does now. There's a new slider for, yeah, like drivetrain torque or something. And something else for gear shifting, like sequential gear shifting. I'm not sure what the difference there is either. I do have it set up that I can swap to sequential or automatic. But generally it's just annoying. When shifting up, it's nice to be able to have it in sequential so I can force it into certain gears, skip from like 9th to 12th gear for example. But most of the time you want to leave it in auto, especially when it comes to braking, because then it's more likely to drop to a suitable gear without having to gear down yourself when you brake. That's an extra key input, so like if you're doing a tight corner you'd have to decelerate and then swap to sequential for gearing back up again. It's just a bit more hassle than it's worth, really. A nice view off here. Closing in on our target now. It's nice to have a nice big long stretch of road that we've not discovered, and I'm enjoying the fact that it's not, even though it's a split road, it's not a two-way system. So travelling this direction is also counting as discovering the other side of the road. At least, you know, as far as the intersection. It's weird when you have these viaducts and it's just over a valley. I'm so used to it always being over a river. I mean, it would be if it flooded, but... I knew he was going to cut in front of me. Another road to the south that we've not been on at all. Here to the south is Portugal. Yeah, so I guess we just didn't cross the border at that point. I can't remember how we finished off our Iberia exploration. Might have actually just finished in Portugal. A weird bit of road along here. Oh, are you serious? For this bit, it's separated left and right. This bit is not. But this bit up here is, because it's an interchange that we don't actually go on. That's so stupid. At that point, why do you not have the interchange be one that you can just go on? That's the weird inconsistency, because USB. In the south, there was that bit where it was an intersection that you could go off and around, pretty much just to use to turn around if you needed to. Here, we've got a three-way intersection back there, that interchange that we went through. If you accidentally took the wrong path, you don't have a way to just easily turn around and go back again. And that seemed to be the reason for having it in the southern road as a bit of a safety. No such safety up here, it seems. It's oddly inconsistent. Almost there now. Outskirts of Vigo here. Be interesting to see at what point it considers it discovered. Given that, no, actually we have been through all up here and it hasn't considered it discovered, so I don't know what city that services and stuff is part of, just to our southwest, sorry. Because that seems closest to Vigo, yet that isn't discovered, so it must be technically part of the city to the south, maybe? Very strange. And we've driven right past before. And interestingly, we've actually been on this stretch of road before, apparently. That's bizarre. They must have changed that, yeah, because there's that minor road. They must have changed that intersection at some point. Interesting. Maybe that minor road originally came all the way through, and then they've added on the main road. That's weird. I do remember soon after going through Iberia, there were some updates that came out where it's like, oh, we've added these new roads to Iberia. It's like, but you just did that expansion. Must have been things that just barely didn't make the cut because they weren't quite finished. So, but why don't you add new roads to older areas of the game instead? That would be nice. Yep. Annoying, skinny little interchange through here. Now we're going to want the right lane again through the tunnel, but we can at least get past the truck.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right.
Coruña. I do remember going up to A Coruña in the original Exploring Iberia, so that must be where we did go up at that point, but lovely area around here. It's kind of weird that Vigo exists as its own little town when it seems to be part of a larger city area anyway at this point. But apparently worth considering separate. Whee! Helps that it's going downhill, so we can sneak past that dude.
Keep right, and then exit
And there's a
right.
port, but I don't remember it going anywhere. I don't think there's any...
Exit right.
There's no dotted lines on the map there, so which you normally see for ferry routes, so it's like the ferry doesn't go just to the north of Spain or up to England or anything. Kind of weird. Vigo discovered.
At the roundabout, take the second exit. Exit now. Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
And we are here. We're here.
Drop the load and go.
Drop the load and go. Okay, another one of these ones. But this time there isn't a perimeter road to discover. So we just go this way. It's also not nighttime, thankfully, so I should be able to see where I'm meant to park it without having to do a drive-by first. I believe I need to park it on the other side of that other white trailer. Get a bit more of an angle, shall we? Yeah, it'll be between the two trailers, presumably. That's, I think, a good angle. Yep, there's the markers. And just like that. Ready for unloading. Perfect. And that is that. That's another event down. And let's get shipping. 3 out of 11. Another achievement. Nice big dump of experience too. 14 out of 14. Fantastic. With a day to spare, thankfully. Way bigger than it needed to be. It should have just been 1 or 2 deliveries, to be perfectly honest, but never mind. We are done. That's the main thing.